Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is a rollback. And it is early in the morning, so if my eyes are puffy, that's why. Also, I got a haircut. Anyway, so today, folks, we'll be covering Top Gun Maverick, because not all sequels need numbers. Top Gun Maverick, though, it's weird, because it comes 36 years after the original, and yet somehow Tom Cruise looks the same. He looks the same somehow. But, nonetheless, Top Gun Maverick covers Tom Cruise. He goes back to Top Gun to teach a batch of new recruits for one of, if not the most dangerous aerial mission ever attempted in the history of the United States. In addition to that, though, one of the pilots that he'll be teaching is Goose's son, which complicates shit a bit because apparently at some point Maverick pulled his papers because he promised Goose's wife, Rooster's mom, that's the name of the son, his codename Rooster, or call sign. I promise you he'll never be in the Navy, he'll never fly. Because she was worried she didn't want her son to die, which that's a valid thing to be worried about when your husband died. But nonetheless, yeah, so there's a complicated relationship there. Maverick is fighting not just the people that work there at the school, but also time itself. It's like a constant joke. Like one of the other pilots, his name is Hangman. He keeps calling him Pops and Grandpa because, I mean, he's old. Like, he's not young anymore. He can't keep up with these young kids. But like, they make jokes about it, which fair enough, I guess. Tom Cruise is fighting the aging process, but you know what can't fight the aging process? Going G-force, because you see the wrinkles. It's a little funny. But I should go over the cast real quick before I go over all the positives, of which there are plenty. Tom Cruise is Captain Pete Maverick. He should be at the very least a 2-star Emerald or a Senator. But instead, he's just a captain. And that's kind of a low ranking if you're that senior. It's just that he never wanted to move up. He just likes flying. Like, I'm not in this for the goddamn career. I'm in this to fly. Which, fair enough. I get that. That's respectable. I get that. Secondary, you have Miles Teller, Lieutenant Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, a.k.a. Goose's son, who Miles Teller actually looks a lot like him. But Miles Teller Miles Teller is a great actor, and this film does nothing but show off his incredible acting skill. He's very complicated. There's layers there. There's anger, but there's also moments of like, dude, we're okay. You know? It's different. Also, there's just self-doubt there, which is nice, because in the original Top Gun, the only doubt ever came towards the very end of the film after Goose dies. Tom Cruise isn't sure about his flight. Like, he's not sure how well he can do. Versus Miles Teller, he hesitates. Which is something that he gets ridiculed for, particularly by Hangman. You know, and this film, he overcomes that gap to go on the mission, he goes on the mission, but he overcomes that gap during the mission to go on head first. We also have Miss Jennifer Connelly playing Penny, and a new character. She is Tom Cruise's love interest. She's Maverick's love interest, but she's a completely new character. She wasn't mentioned in the first one. Why they didn't bring back Charlie from the original, I don't know, but fair enough. Whatever y'all want to do. So we got Penny here. We also have Mr. John Hamm, a.k.a. Don Draper. Thank you. That was a real pause because I couldn't remember. I remember it was Draper, but I couldn't remember his first name. We have Mr. Don Draper playing a Admiral. I'm sorry. It's very early in the morning, folks. Please be kind to me. Playing Admiral Cyclone. So that's his call sign. But he kind of the guy that's supposed to pull on Maverick's leash, kind of his superior, which is a bit odd because I'm pretty sure John Hamm is younger than Cruise, but whatever. Mr. Glenn Powell playing Lieutenant Jake Hangman Serency, which it's weird because he like plays a bit of an Iceman character, but also a bit more of a supporting character. It's weird. He's an asshole for sure. He is an asshole, but like, there's still some redeemable quality in him. Kind of like Iceman in the first one. Like, he's a dick, but also like he has a point. Like, you're not the best that they could have sent here. Or, hey, you're hesitating, you're going to get me killed. I don't want you as my wingman. Which, in matters of life and death, fair goddamn enough. He has a point. Like, dude, you're in my way. You're going to get me killed. I don't want you here. Fair enough, Iceman. Fair enough, Hangman. We also have... I'm sorry, it's a bit of a long cast. I'll try to go a little bit faster now. We have Lewis Pullman. I wonder if that's Pullman's son? I wonder. Playing Lieutenant Robert Bob Floyd. Again, good kid. All the characters here are likable. They give him some degree of personality. We have Mr. Ed Harris playing Rear Admiral Chester Hammer Kane. Again, Maverick Superior and the head of the Dark Star program. He only really appears at the very, very, very beginning to give Maverick the orders to go back to Top Gun. Val Kilmer plays a 4-star Admiral, Tom Iceman Krasinski, who has throat cancer, which, folks, if you don't know, the actual Val Kilmer is battling throat cancer. And Tom Cruise refused to do the film unless he was included in some capacity. Now, initially, like in the trailers, you only see the picture. You actually get to see Iceman for the briefest of moments. It's heartfelt. It's heart-wrenching. It's hard to see a character that was so strong and powerful in a moment of weakness. Not that cancer is weak, but you know what I mean. The guy's sick, and it's kind of hard to see him like that. Again, it's just it's heart-wrenching to see that part. And lastly, we have Miss Monica Bravado playing Lieutenant Natasha Phoenix Trace. I would say actually the secondary pilot of this whole mission. She's the wingman. She's the... So when they fly the mission, they have two teams of two. The head and the front. The head and the back, right? The head and the rear. We have Tom Cruise, and then we have his backup, which is going to be Phoenix and Bob. And then we have Rooster, and then his backups, which are Warlock, and I don't remember the other guy. Nonetheless, though, good team, solid cast, no bad performances. Some cheesiness, not for sure, but it's modern day 80s cheese. It's not terrible, not by any stretch of the imagination. This film lived up to expectations. The story is great. There's conflict between Maverick and Rooster. This mission seems damn near impossible. You understand why it's impossible. They introduce you to stuff like, oh, you can black out if you're going this fast when you're doing this kind of twist. Can you maneuver around these? We have these weapons over here that can take us out very easily. So we have to stay below 100 feet, which everyone goes, what the fuck? Stuff like that. At one point, it seems like John Hamm's character is okay with letting his pilots die if it means succeeding in the mission. Because at one point, Tom Cruise even says, they'll have to do this and this just to make it out alive. And he says, they know the risk they're taking. Basically saying, they don't have to make it back. I'm not insinuating that's what the Navy is actually like. I'm just saying his character in the film, it's kind of like, they die, which is okay. Which is not okay. But nonetheless, great story. Fucking amazing visuals. They use actual... if you wonder why the budget's so high, but yet they don't really go anywhere crazy, because they used actual fighter jets. Because in the original, the Navy said that they had recruitment go up by 500% after the film came out. So I'm guessing maybe the Army may have paid partially for this film, or maybe they gave them a pretty good discount on using the jets, because goddamn. There's also a point where it's what's better for the military, drones or human pilots, human error versus drones. There's just a bunch of shit going on at that point. Amazing visuals. It has a beating heart to it. Again, an emotional core, an emotional story of Miles Teller and Miles Teller's Rooster versus Tom Cruise's Maverick. They have chemistry there, but also you understand why they have such beef, I guess. There's definitely tension there. Also, funny enough, there's comedy. There's one really funny part that made me go, this is inappropriate, but I like this. It's when Maverick and Iceman have a real heart-to-heart. Iceman, initially types at first, and he says it hurts to talk, but he does talk a little bit, and he says, Navy needs Maverick. He's very limited in what he can say. And they hug, and it's a nice moment, and then he says, now who's the best pilot? And Maverick says, this was a nice moment, don't ruin it. Like that, stuff like that is funny. Or, at one point, you think Maverick's dead. He's in the forest. He's about to get gunned down by a helicopter, and then Rooster comes, shoots down the helicopter. He gets shot down. He lives. Tom Cruise does his Tom Cruise thing and runs towards him. And Miles Teller's standing up at one point. He says, "Hey!" And Tom Cruise just like fucking tackles him and says, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you here?" It's funny. There's moments like that are funny in this film, and I appreciate that. It's an understandable story. They explain a lot stuff you may not know or understand about like aerial maneuvers or the army. I'm saying not the army, the Air Force in general. You learn a lot through here. God, it's stressing. It's not a thriller, but there are a lot of stressful moments and also a lot of near deaths. I was 100% sold that they were going to kill off Maverick. Like 100%. When he sacrifices himself to save Rooster, I'm like, alright, he's out. He's done. And then Rooster comes back, and then they're in the jet, and then he's like, I'm out of maneuvers. Like, I've done everything I can to try and avoid this jet. He's about to shoot us down. Pull that cord. You're going to get out, kid. Like, I'm going to save you. If I can't save myself, I'm going to at least save you. I was convinced that Maverick was going to die. I would have been okay with it, but I was convinced that he would have died. But nonetheless, he did not. Actually, yeah, that's my only con. Tom Cruise should have died. I'm not saying I want him dead. I'm just saying, like, if he had died, that would have been, like, chef's kiss. Like, wow, they went there. The only wow, my voice cracked. It is that early. The only thing is the fact that when Penny's daughter said, "Don't hurt my mom again," you knew, shit, he's gonna live. Nikki knew, and I knew. But nonetheless, Top Gun Maverick, great fucking movie, great fucking visuals, great fucking story. Like, just a great film. This is genuinely one of those films that has to be seen in cinema so you can get the whole range. It's like a Godzilla movie. You can't watch it on stream. You can't watch it on a TV. You need to watch it in the biggest screen that you can because it's, and I hate to quote the damn commercial, cinematic. You know, there are films that you can just watch on TV because they're not big visual films. They're more down to earth. Movies like Coda come to mind. You know, that you can watch those on TV and it's fine. It's good. Top Gun Maverick is a film you need to see on the big screen. It really is. I've seen all the Godzilla films on the big screen. I've seen all the Batman films on the big screen. This is a film that you need to see on the big screen. That said, I'm going to go ahead and give this film an A, my grade. Great fucking movie. Go watch it. It was great. It was also a bit of a family experience for me. I'll keep that one close to my chest, but it was a great experience to have all around, and the people I got to see it with, they're pretty great. That said, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Rollback. Again, excuse me. I'm sorry if I misspoke, if I mumbled a little bit. I am very tired. I am drinking an energy drink, and it is doing nothing for me right now. It's been a long week. It's been a long, 9 days I've been working non-stop. That's besides the point. This is The Rollback. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Go check out the podcast. We'd greatly appreciate it. I've been Eddie. See you, everybody.